What's up guys, it's me. In this video we are back playing Adopt Me because we recently got a new update, which in my opinion I would say is like a small little update. So let's go ahead and check this out. So as you guys can see straight away, it looks like we got a new picture over here, which honestly looks pretty cool. Looks like something to do with like house moving and stuff like that. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that is, right? I don't know. But yeah, anyways, let's see what's up. Building made easy. Okay, interesting. New house furniture system. Nice, okay. Easy to navigate categories and store your furniture in storage. Okay, so it looks like they made it easy for you to navigate categories now, and you can also store your furniture in storage. That's pretty much it. Okay, well that's cool. Looks like we also have something on the right side over here, guys. It looks like it's called Maple Leaf Treat. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this is just for like your pet. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and it's also 199 Robux. I don't know what it does, but it's for your pet, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure, but I think it is. But yeah, we do, it looks like we do also have this thing on the corner side as well, which is basically just to tell you about like the update and stuff. So it looks like we still have this and stuff. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and hit play now. So here we are. Also, don't mind my outfit. I forgot to change it the last time I played. So yeah. Also, before we go into the edit house, I do want to mention something to you guys. So, if you guys don't know this, I think you should. You do get something that will show up on your screen, which shows up like 2 new furniture packs, which you can open up, which you can store in your storage, but also use if you want to like decorate your house and stuff like that. Let's just say I already got that and I already opened it up because I did actually try recording this before. Only problem is I had some difficulties with my screen recorder, so I could not record it. And yeah, I guess you could say this is more like I guess, how do I say this? This video is more like just for like fun, I guess you could say, just to like show off basically what the update's about. And because I already showed my reaction in the last video, which like I said I had difficulty with, which I could not post. So here I am. Yeah, I am gonna be showing you guys the update and stuff. Okay, well, anyways, let's go ahead and hit edit house. As you guys can see over here, it looks like we have a ton of stuff. As you guys can see, all the stuff which we already know, I'm pretty sure, are on the side now. So it looks like this. And we do also have these buttons over here. And the stop editing button is just right over here. Our money is on the corner side, right over here as well, which is pretty cool. First thing I want to show you guys is this over here. So let me go and show you guys what this button is first. As you guys can see, we have 3 buttons here: enable X-ray, reset furniture rotation, and remove all furniture. If you press enable X-ray, you can basically do this. I would say it's pretty helpful with basically navigating where all this stuff are instead of just going into each room just normally looking at the stuff, like whatever, you know. This is just easier to do. So I think this is pretty helpful in ways. Yeah. And I think you can also look up. I mean, no, actually you can't. But yeah, anyways, that's cool. Now we can also do a reset furniture rotation, which for example, right, because no furniture was selected as it says right here. Let's just move this chair, for example, okay? If you rotate this, like, let's just do it like this. We can also move it if we want. If we click on basically reset furniture rotation, I mean, it doesn't really do anything, but I'm pretty sure it just resets the uh, basically resets how it was in the beginning. So yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Pretty small. Yeah. So basically, like for like rotation, it would like basically change, but it's not too helpful if you want to put it back to like how it was. But I'll get to the point in a minute, guys. So as you guys can see over here, we also have clone selected, which means we can basically select anything we want and we can basically make a clone out of it. Okay, we can basically clone select, and if you press this, 175 bucks is crazy, by the way, but yeah, if you just click yes to it, we should be able to clone it, which I'm not gonna do because I don't want to, but I feel like we should, just for like the example. So I guess we should. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna basically do this. As you guys can see, we should have a clone of it right over here. So yeah, basically that. Cool. But yeah, anyways, if you also press remove all furniture, it will remove every single furniture inside the house, which I'm definitely not going to do because I don't want to do that. Now, if we click this, which is basically to like basically restart how it was in the beginning, right? You guys will get the point. Basically, I do that. I could sell the chair again, and I could put this chair back to how it was. Basically, stuff like that. And when it shows it black, like basically gray, dark gray, whatever color, I guess, that means you can't click it anymore, and you place it back to how it was in the beginning. So yeah, that's cool. We also have this button over here. I was gonna say I don't know what this button is, but I actually don't know what this one is. But we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, anyways, as you guys can see over here, we have this button over here, which is basically a select tool, which I think is extremely helpful because as you guys can see, we basically can select as much items as we want, basically, so it's like a quick edit, which in my opinion, I think is very useful. So yeah, it's actually really good. You can either select one thing, which basically, if you want, you can just do it normally. You don't, you know. But with this, basically, what the helpful tool thing is for this is that you can actually select multiple things, which I think is actually a very cool feature. So thank you, Adopt Me, for that. That is extremely helpful. Now, if you click on this, as you guys can see, we have 3 buttons here. We have the default dragger, which obviously we know of, which is this thing. But we also have the advanced move and advanced rotate. Let's see what the advanced move is. As you guys can see, we have these 4 buttons here. We have the green one, which is to bring the thing up, which is nice, or downwards. That's cool. This, which is just to like move around. This is basically the same thing as well. And then this is to move it forward or backward. The same thing on the back side here too. And then the green button is also on the bottom. That's why you can bring it all the way down. You can even hide it if you want, you know, just for fun. Yeah, you can make secret bases and stuff like that with it. So yeah, that's pretty cool, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, the icon does also change though when you do that, so that's pretty cool. Now the advanced rotate button, as you guys can see, is basically a rotation device, which is pretty cool. Let's see how it works. So you could do this and stuff. Let's see what the red one does. Basically does this, which is pretty cool. Yeah, cool. But let's put it back to the default one because I like that more. Now this part over here, I don't know what it does, guys. I really don't know what it does. If you know what it does, please let me know because I really don't know what this is for, okay? Now moving on to the next thing, which is this over here. Looks like we can do an ambience editor thing, which means we can change basically like the setting area inside your house. So this is what it is I mean, no, I actually had this on before, like I said. Anyways, this is the live thing, which is just the normal. Looks like it's night. This is the morning. If you want to keep it as that, you can keep it as night. You can do this rainy type of texture thingy, which is basically like seasons, by the way. Just letting you guys know. We have the snowy type. We have this type of like foggy, snowy type weather. And we also have this, which is basically like the sunset type fall, autumn type weather, I meant to say. So yeah, you can do it on any single one you want. Any of these, which is nice. I did hear about this before. I had no idea about the other one, these things and stuff like that, by the way. I only heard about this part. So yeah, now if you also click this, guys, the setting clog thingy right here, whatever it's called, if you click on this, the adjustments basically, you will see these 4 things here. We have the lighting area right here, time of day, stuff like that, which is pretty cool. We have the ambient thing we can change the color of, sunlight tint, we can change it to brown if you want, whatever, stuff like that, you know, cool. And then we also have the, okay, yeah, it's outdoor right now, but we have outdoor ambient, sunlight tint, and also the exposure, which, as you guys can see, this is too bright and this is too dark. Yeah. You can also reset if you want. Nice. We also have filters here, which is nice. So like tint, color, saturation, contrast, which is nice. We have the weather thing, which is the rain. If you want it to be rainy, if you want it to be snowy, and if you want it to be show leaves and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. Then we also have the atmosphere, which is the haze, the glare, which is like this, and the density, which is just crazy. Yeah. Wait, this is basically this part. Now heading on to this part over here. As you guys can see, right over here, right, is where, I mean, I really don't know what the thumbs up thing is for, but I guess you basically have these, which is pretty cool. And as you guys can see on the right side, we also have a storage button, which this is where you would basically have like items stored in, which is nice. And as you guys can see, it doesn't have anything in there because it does not show it under here for some reason. Now, if you go to AZ, you would see all of these things, which is basically alphabetical order except for this one. So like A all the way to Z basically, which I think is pretty cool. Yep. But if I do click storage, as you guys can see, this is basically all the stuff did not load in for some reason, but we have the deluxe stuff and we also have the stylish stuff, which is basically the 2 packs that you can get, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So yeah, these are basically what you can get from the storage crate thingies you get from your mailbox. That's basically how it works. So yeah, this is basically pretty cool as well and stuff. Yeah. Also, there's also a lock button here, which I have no idea what that's for, but I think it's basically to like lock so people can't really edit stuff in your house and stuff like that. Whoever has access to it, you know what I mean? But anyways, bro, I can't even speak. Anyways, now moving on to the next thing. We have the Gamer's Paradise type stuff, basically toys and whatever, which is cool. We have like the wallpaper stuff here. We have different like food stuff for like your pets or just food decor that you add in your house for fun. We have like the sleeping bed areas for your pets or yourselves. You also have like these toiletry type stuff, which is pretty cool, or washroom stuff, I mean. We have chairs, so basically seating areas. A little bit of like, I was gonna say seating areas. I guess you could say like basic counters and basically desks for like seating areas to connect it to and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool as well. We also have this, which is basically drink, food, fridges, and misc. We also have electronics here, and then we also have some lighting and yeah, basically lightings and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Whoops, did not mean to do that. And we also have this, which is basically, I don't know what you would call like archways, art, and stuff like that. We do also have these 3 things over here, which is basically plant trees, basically outdoor stuff or indoor stuff. We have these, which are simple shapes, not loading in, but these are basically the shapes and stuff. Then we also have these, which is the big head cauldron, basically cauldrons, collector potions, lures, money, and misc. Yeah, so that's basically it for this. Pretty cool. You may be able to find stuff in the storage as well. Probably. I don't know. I mean, yeah, actually you can. Some of them which are like the deluxe and stylish and stuff like that, basically. So yeah, that's cool. But you can also press E now. I don't know if that was always a thing. But if you don't want to click with your mouse, you could just, or whatever, you could just press E on computer. Obviously for like phone and iPad it's completely different. They still have like these features, I'm pretty sure, but the controls are not the same. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to look for what I could sell, for example. Let's see. Uh, let's just sell this box thing for fun. Or store, I mean. As you guys could see, I'm pretty sure you did also see this, but as you guys could see over here, we do have a store button here, which is to basically store any item you want. And by doing that, you get it basically stored in your inventory, basically over here, which is under C, cardboard box. You can also bring it out if you want, basically like that. And then you can also sell it if you want. And then if you want to bring it back, it costs $2 to bring it back. Or you could just store it again. Does not really matter. But you do that, and then you can also sell it back for $2. It'll show this instead. So it's kind of like, I mean, it's easy to navigate, obviously, and stuff like that. But it obviously gets time to get used to and stuff like that. But yeah, can get a little bit complicated at the same time. But if you want, you could just delete it if you don't want your house, you know. Whatever. But yeah, it's basically this. I think it's pretty cool. So yeah. One other thing I do want to mention. This thing over here. Get 1.25 times, I think, for like basically bucks. Yeah, if you have your friends in game, like if you play with friends, you can earn this much. So there's also an invite friends button here, which you can basically invite your friends to basically play along with you. So you can basically get this. I think that's pretty cool as well. So that's basically part of the update, which I would say is like a small little update feature as well. So that's cool as well. So yeah, and also like I said, this wait, we have a golden plantain. That's cool, but yeah, basically the maple leaf treat. I still don't know what that's for, but apparently, I don't think that's for like lures or anything like that, right? I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty cool. If you guys know, please let me know, okay? And it looks like we do also still have the dance arcade stand as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it for this update. I'm not too sure though. How about we go ahead and head towards the gift area though? I just want to see real quick, just to show you guys, just for fun. So it is basically the rainy weather. As you guys can see over here, looks like there is an area coming soon, which I'm pretty sure is like a summer update that's also set to come soon. I'm not sure, but yeah. Why is this person? What the heck? Is that an exploiter? Heck no. Okay. Anyways. Um. Yeah. I think that's basically it. I don't think there's really anything else to showcase. So anyways, guys, I think this is where I'm gonna end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace!